we need to round the numbers below to the nearest tenth. So first we have 4.45. The tenths digit is always the first digit after the decimal point, so we can circle the tenths digit, and when we're rounding, we're looking at the place value to the right. So for rounding to the nearest tenth, we're looking at the hundredths digit. Remember, if it's 5 or more, we round up. So the 4 in our tenths becomes a 5. Digits to the left of what we've circled stay the same. So 4.45 is 4.5 to the nearest tenth. On a number line, we can see that 4.45 is right in the middle of 4.4 and 4.5. But when we're rounding, if something is exactly in the middle, then we round up rather than down. So 4.45 rounds to 4.5. Now we have 4.54. Again, we need to circle the tenths digit and underline the hundredths digit. We have a 4, and if it's 4 or less, we round down. That means the digits that we've circled, so the tenths digit, stays the same, and digits to the left of what we've circled always stay the same, so we have 4.5 again. Notice when we're rounding to the nearest tenth, we only write one digit after the decimal point, so it's 4.5, not 4.50. Also notice that rounding to the nearest tenth and rounding to one decimal place mean the same thing. They both mean that we only have one digit after the decimal point. So we can show 4.54 on a number line. We can see that it's between the tenths 4.5 and 4.6, but because it's closer to 4.5, we round down. On this number line, each square is 1/100th, and 4.54 is closer to 4.5. Now we have 2.362. So this time we have a number with 3 decimal places, with 3 digits after the decimal point. But when we're rounding to the nearest tenth, the thousandths digit never makes a difference, because we're circling our tenths, so circling the first digit after the decimal point, and we're looking at our hundredths. Because we have 6 hundredths, we know that we're rounding up. It doesn't matter that we have 2 thousandths, because when we're rounding to the nearest tenth, we only need to look at the hundredths digit. So because we're rounding up, the 3 becomes a 4 and the 2 stays the same, so we have 2.4. We can see that 2.362 on a number line is closer to 2.4 than it is to 2.3, so that's why we round up. You can also see here that 2.362 is between 2.36 and 2.37, but because we're rounding to the nearest tenth, we only need to focus on which tenth it's closer to, and it's closer to 2.4 than it is to 2.3. Now we have 5.088. So we find our tenths digit, look to the right, and because it's an 8, because it's greater than 5 or 5 or more, we know that we're rounding up. So the 0 becomes a 1 and the 5 stays the same, so we have 5.1. We can see that 5.088 is closer to 5.1 than it is to 5 or 5.0, so that's why we round up. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.